Denver Arts and Venues is exploring diverse cultures in a fun way, debuting a brand new Cultural Fashion Runway Series. These fashion shows highlight local designers and the clothing of a variety of cultures. So the first show is coming up Saturday, March 12th and celebrates Japanese fashion. Here to talk about this with us is Shanna Shelby, who created the Cultural Fashion Runway Series. And Shanna, this first show highlights the Japanese concept of motenai. Tell us what that is and how it's reflected in fashion.
Sure. The concept of motenai means no waste. And so the local designer, Rachel Levine, is creating work using the shibori method, which is kind of a tie-dye method. And so all of the materials that she imports and that she uses, there is literally no waste left behind.
Wow, that's fascinating. And tell us, too, many people don't necessarily think of fashion as art, but it really is. How does this show elevate fashion and celebrate it, too?
Well, I have been a curator for 20 years, and the exhibits that I have curated will inspire the fashion. So I'm sitting in front of William Corey's photography from Kyoto. And so the exhibits are fine art. And I feel in some ways fine art is not always relatable to everyone. And so through fashion, we can share a message, a story, a culture in a different way that's much more personal than fine art. And so the runways are very much tied to what are on the wall. And so the runway will be in this gallery space with these amazing Zen garden photos, and it's an overall experience.
Yeah, that's a really neat idea. I love that connection between it. Like you're kind of talking about, it's more than a runway show. We know there's also a local marketplace. So what can people expect to find there?
Sure. Well, the McNichols Civic Center building was Denver's first library, and Arts and Venues took over this space in 2012. And it's a very active event space. And so one floor will have a vendor market that will relate also to each one of these cultures. So that will have, Japanese tea, wabi-sabi bowls, jewelry, and of course the designers who are featured on the runway will also have their designs so people can purchase from their collections directly. And then the other floor will actually have the runway set. So people will have a chance to eat, have a drink, and experience the vendor fair, and then go be seated for the runway and have this amazing experience with the fashion.
That sounds like a lot of fun. Tell us how people can get tickets to the show, and is there anything we haven't talked about that you want our viewers to know about?
Sure. So you can buy tickets on axs.com and just search runway and it will pop right up. This whole year, we're going to have 4 cultural runways. So this one is Japanese inspired. In June, we're going to do a drag runway. In July, we're going to do a street runway. And then in the fall, we're going to do a Native American runway. And again, all the runways will be inspired by the artwork that's on the walls.
Very neat. Well, thank you so much, Shannon. We look forward to the first show. It sounds like it's going to be a great event.
Great. Thank you so much.
Of course. And you can check it out for yourself on Saturday, March 12th at 9 p.m. at the McNichols Building in Civic Center Park. For tickets and more information, you can head over to cbsdenver.com.